In order to grasp the form and function of the Mexica calendar system, we first need to have a basic understanding of naked eye horizon based astronomy as practiced by Mesoamerican astronomers. So, what is naked eye horizon based astronomy? Well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Mesoamerican astronomers laid the foundation for the calendar system by observing astronomical events such as the positions of the stars and the rising and setting of the sun in relation to the horizon. And they did this using their naked eye without the aid of any form of telescopic enhancement. By finding a fixed point on the horizon, such as a mountain peak, and comparing the daily sunrise in relation to this fixed point, they were able to observe that the sun slowly travels across the horizon, north to south, in a set pattern. Now, using stellarium, we can see this pattern in action. Here we see sunrise on the equinox of 2015 as viewed from Mexico City. Throughout the year, the sun will slowly travel to the north, where its sunrise will indicate the summer solstice. The sun will then travel back to the south once again, marking an equinox, this time the fall equinox at the midpoint, before traveling further to the south, where sunrise will mark the winter solstice. The sun will then begin traveling back across the horizon to the north, where it will finally return to its original starting point of the spring equinox. Now, this pattern lasts approximately 365 days, 1 year, before the sun returns to its original starting position on the horizon. They use this information to develop a system of measuring the year by constructing horizon markers of their own. So instead of using a mountain top, for example, they built their own in the form of temples. Now, archaeologists refer to these structures as e-groups. By anchoring their count to observable fixed solar events such as the solstices and equinoxes, Mesoamerican astronomers guaranteed that the calendar would remain in sync with the seasons. Now, this is extremely important for a number of reasons. First, it allowed farmers to have an accurate measurement by which to plan the planting, cultivation, and harvesting of crops. Secondly, it enabled ritual specialists, that is, individuals tasked with articulating the cosmovision through ceremonies and feasting events tied to the seasons, to maintain a proper ritual schedule. And third, it helped in the operation of empire, as these solar events became tied to the collection of tribute. The Mexica constructed the means to mark the passage of time in the central plaza of Mexico Tenochtitlan. We now know this marker as the Templo Mayor. Sunrise on the equinox would split the twin temples of Tlaloc and Huitzilopochtli, which sat at the top of the Templo Mayor. Now, it's worth noting that numerous historical documents state that the Mexica New Year was tied to the equinox, and that this event was recorded by the Templo Mayor. For example, Motolinia in his Historia de los Indios states the festival or month Tlacaxipe Hualistle, in honor of Tezcatlipoca, fell when the sun occupied the center of Huitzilopochtli, who was the equinox. Likewise, Celia Nutal notes on her ancient Mexican calendar system that Duran, Motolinia, Ixtlilxochitl, Valadez, and the anonymous author of the BNMS connect the commencement of the year with the vernal equinox. Now, by using E-groups to mark the path of the sun, Mesoamerican astronomers divided the year into two distinct seasons known as Xopan, or the wet season, and Tonalco, the dry season. Xopan was characterized by the spring, by the equinox, the monsoon season, tying it directly to agriculture, while Tonalco was characterized by the dry winter months, by winter solstice. And this time of year was seen as the time for ritual warfare. So there you have it, a brief introduction to horizon-based astronomy. Below this video are links to 2 different articles that you should take the time to read because they will greatly contribute to your understanding of naked eye horizon-based astronomy. This is Curly Tlapoyawa, and I hope you will join me for the next video in this series on understanding the Mexica calendar system. Tlasokamati, thank you very much.